Oh, look who's in the studio tonight. We got a special guest.
Who is this? What's your name?
Waylon.
Waylon?
Waylon.
Waylon Lee Walker?
Yeah.
Waylon is making a
Talking to
cameo appearance. He was taping a special down the hall. Decided to drop in the studio tonight.
What have we been doing this afternoon?
I don't know.
Yes, what did we do when we got home? Someone took a nap.
Yeah.
Took a long nap.
Someone was very, very tired. And then what have we been watching? Jack on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, the National Geographic side.
Yes.
Snakes and lizards and...
What did you tell me your favorite part of Jack was? What's your favorite thing that you saw Jack do?
I like the biggest lizard.
The biggest lizard?
Yeah.
And what about you told me you like the crocodiles. You knew all about what kind of role do they do? You said that's a death roll, Grandma.
That's a death roll.
Holy cow.
He also
and
did
there's technical terms here.
He did.
Wow.
I was like, wow, did you know that? He's like, yeah, look at that death roll, Grandma. And I was like, oh, wow, you know it. And then he also told me when we were FaceTiming Harper, because poor Harper Jane is sick, we were FaceTiming her, and I said, oh, Grandma looks old. He says, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And then he quickly said, I met Grandma Janice. Well, can you say hello and goodbye to everybody?
Hello, bye, everybody.
All right. I'm going to let you go watch some more Jack, okay?
All right. So Waylon has made his initial podcast appearance. Yes. Special night.
There we go. July 3rd.
Yeah. Write it down. Episode
2024.
27 is when he showed up. You know what I forgot to do? Yeah. He got what? Pokey butt?
Who's got a pokey butt? A
Oh, pokey bug.
Jack has got a pokey bug? Oh, well, go learn all about those pokey bugs.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Waylon. Yeah. Don't go anywhere. I need you to bring me papers I'm printing off. I forgot to print off the scripts. Wait for it. I'll tell you when to get it. So, anyway, there's the cold open for you, folks. That's a new one. So, all right, here we go.
Oh, he can't hear the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in just 10 minutes, the Magic Kingdom will proudly present our very special fireworks spectacular tribute to Independence Day, Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky. This very special presentation can be viewed throughout the Magic Kingdom. Once again, Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky, will begin in just 10 minutes.
All right, we're not beginning in 10 minutes. We're beginning right now. So,
Go ahead.
all right. It is the Sam
And M.
Podcast, episode 27, here at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. Thanks for joining us on your favorite podcast app, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you find us. Like us, follow us, subscribe, hit the bell, and share. Even if you only watch 3 seconds, just hit share, hit like. You don't have to watch the whole show. We don't make you do the whole thing.
I mean,
here.
we'd appreciate it if you watched.
We would greatly
listen, watch.
appreciate it if you watch more than that. But if you do that, someone who wants to watch would be able to watch.
There you go.
That's why we do it. So, we are brought to you by Miles Carpet Cleaning, Harlow Photography, Caribbean Pools and Spas, CoinJock Catering Company, and CMIT Solutions of the Outer Banks. And again, it is episode 27. It's been a crazy, crazy, crazy day.
We say that every time. I really feel like we sound like a broken record.
Because every
day
day
is crazy.
in the Walker household is insanity.
It
at
is.
some point or another. So, yes. So, while I'm sorting paperwork over here, we got shout-outs to get to. What do you got over there on your side? Because the one of those... Well, go ahead. Go ahead and get to them.
So I have Miss Kay Nickens sent me, by way of Sam Walker, a couple of friendship bracelets. Did you see her today? Did you?
I did stop by. Actually, Kay is the public information officer for the town of Duck. And it was funny. Last Thursday, wow, we had the this beach hazards rip current safety event, followed by press conference with all lifeguards and such, and then the hurricane community formed out at Jeanette's Pier. And the lifeguard press conference, all of the public information officers from the beach, all the beach towns showed up. And Caitlin Kite, who's with Dare County, but Kay's one of those. And so after the press conference, they're all doing nothing but talking Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, I know why now. We'll get to that in just a second. But anyway, Kay reached out to me on Facebook afterwards and said, hey, after she had watched the podcast that night,
thank you for watching.
Night, yes, had mentioned what were your two favorite songs from Tortured Poets. And so what'd she do?
Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? And, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the other one.
Oh, I can look at the Facebook message. What's it say?
I'm drawing. It's the letters to the
yeah, okay.
But the C at
well, see, now I've got to pull it up on this page because I got two different Facebook pages running at the same time, and I can't pull up my messages.
Drawing a freaking
what did you? Come on.
Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, which I love with the green.
And Smallest Man.
Yeah,
yeah.
Smallest Man. I don't know why I went like brain dead. But totally anyway, but I've worn them all day. I'm gonna wear them, and I love them. And then I sent number 87 and a green heart one to her.
Yes.
So
I dropped those off today at Town Hall. She was there getting ready for the town council meeting, and so I popped in while I was up in Duck after we had a bed delivered today. That I had to stay with. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday. That we ordered in April. Your mom ordered in April from Pottery Barn. Teen. Don't ask. And it finally arrived today on July 3rd after it was supposed to be here on July 2nd. I thought it was trapped on the boat in Baltimore. I think it was. I think that's what happened. I know. So this stuff never got off of there. But anyway, there's your copies. So we had started the day with that, which put me like 3 hours behind schedule to be in Duck to clean pools because I had the Corolla Light was celebrating the reopening of the sports center. They renovated it over the last year off season, and so they had a ribbon cutting today. And then they had a forum with outgoing Board of Commissioners Chairman Bob White. I was a moderator of this little forum that went a lot longer than we expected, but it was a great conversation. Learned a couple of things. A very interesting story. So anyway, Waylon.
Waylon, I am recording, honey. What do you need?
Live radio at its finest. You never know what's going to happen.
All right.
What's up?
He needs my help. Hold on one moment, folks.
All right. Well, I will get to some of the shout-outs here because it's related to what Kay was. So anyway, Kay made some friendship bracelets. But it was a crazy day. So picked up the friendship bracelets, went up to Corolla after cleaning pools. We were up there. We'll get to more how this afternoon and evening has gone later on in the show. But some of the shout-outs came from last week's show. Kay was the first who threw in the comments about I'm your resident Swiftie. So if you ever need the inside scoop on anything, and she even mentioned, by the way, she can do some remote reporting for us. Let me wait for Emily to get back in here. She's got the Town of Duck parade. We're of course recording. We always record the night before the drop. So this drops on July 4th in the evening at 5 o'clock. Recording the show now on Wednesday evening. But tomorrow morning, the Town of Duck has their 4th of July parade and all the activities that go along with that. Well, after the parade is over, as Emily ducks back in, did you get everything solved over there?
It has to do with
what?
One of the 50 million Amazon
packages
that arrived from my mom.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the reason I was filling, because I wanted you to be in here when I said it. Kate gets done with the parade and all the activities tomorrow at Town Green and Duck. Drives to Norfolk, gets on a plane. She's flying to Zurich, Switzerland this weekend.
I'm so jealous.
She's going to the show on July the 9th. So actually, that's next week. Next Wednesday is the 9th?
Yeah, because Amsterdam is this week.
Next Tuesday. Okay, so Amsterdam and then Zurich. So she's going to Zurich, Switzerland to go see Taylor Swift.
No, Amsterdam concert
Is this week. But she's
Zurich
going to,
is next week.
She's going to the show in Zurich.
Right. I know. I'm very.
Yeah.
I think I can't. We must get together and do lunch or do something so I can hear all about it.
She also has a podcast, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. They Town of Duck.
Well, I know the Town of Duck does.
Well, she's the host.
I know. Well, I thought you meant she had like a different.
Oh, no. Yeah, the Sitting Duck, a Town of Duck podcast, which has been very interesting to listen to. I got to catch up on the most recent episode about protecting sea turtles, but they were talking about all the different events at Duck.
Okay.
So, anyway,
we're on shout-outs.
Yes, we're on shout-outs. That's a shout-out. Also, the conversation from last week's show included, we talked about you and this trial in Massachusetts. We'll get to that later on what happened, but I did mention about you getting into the true crime podcast business, and our friend Amy Maynard weighed in and said she'd do it with you as well. All right, so we found our second. We're finding all this ancillary programming we could do here on the channel. What do you think?
Well, we could do that. I would do it with Amy. So smart and good at research. Amy would be the one to like be more methodical about it. Amy is very, very good at that. Yeah. Amy I have a lot of Amy friends. Amy Ennis loves true crime podcasts too. So we could maybe do a threesome type thing or whatever. Get on there.
Hey now.
Stop. Where we could have Amy the attorney, Amy the researcher, and Emily the dummy. Right. But Amy did. I did see that. I told her. I said, "Let's go. Let's do it."
All right, back to the PIOs, the public information officers, because I want to leave one out who was at that press conference. That's Mike Barber, who is the public information officer for the Cape Hatteras National Seashore and all the national parks of Eastern Carolina. He has a Taylor Swift story. Mm-hmm. He gave her mom a tennis lesson back when she was giving away demo CDs in Berks County, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's cool.
I know. So, Mike Barber, who we were hanging out with in Buxton earlier this week on, what day was that? Monday I was in Buxton for the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse update. And Mike is now the tennis advisor, tennis coach of the Stars.
There we go.
So.
Well, I have one more for me. Shout out. Stephanie was like, I absolutely love the podcast. Like Sam's reaction to you saying a cuss word. She's like, it's almost like an Easter egg in the episode. She was so funny.
Timestamp.
Yeah. She's like, I just love watching his reaction.
Other shout outs. Sarah Campbell Harris talked about our discussion about dirty visitors, but also dirty homeowners. With the whole house cleaning situation for the vacation. Said her family's from a privately owned vacation destination, and they feel like the rental houses are never as bad as what Caroline shows her.
Yeah, I think they're up in upstate Michigan up on the UP? Think. Yeah, so they have a nice place up there. I love Sarah.
Carrie Cahill weighed in, said cold high noon at the Cahill pool will keep you cool. We were talking about how hot it was, and Robert Miles weighed in. Of course, Miles Carpet Cleaning.
Yes,
and said, I'm ready for snow.
Okay, Miles, I don't like snow, but I'm ready for fall.
I'm not. I like snow when it happens because, hey, it's great visuals. It's great video. People love seeing video of snow on the beach. Mm-hmm. It gets me a lot of hits. I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. But
so do hurricanes.
Yeah. But I also, I wouldn't mind going skiing maybe this year. Maybe trying to go skiing this year. Maybe. So anyway, all right. There's some of the shout outs from the show. We got what do we got going on right now?
What's wrong?
I hear to knock a thing onto our house.
You hear something knocking on the house?
Yeah.
Okay, it might be the wind blowing something around. The wind has kicked up a little bit. Okay, this is going to be an interesting show tonight.
Okay, guys, sorry.
Yeah.
Should we take a shot every time we get?
Oh, jeez. All right, you got any other shout outs?
That's all.
Okay. All right, well, let's thank one of our corporate champions, and that is on your side with CMIT.
Thanks to CMIT of the Outer Banks. When it comes to managing your business, it's important to have the right technology. That's why CMIT works to help businesses. Short for Completely Managed Information Technology, CMIT offers everything a business needs. Their services include tech support, computer and server security, cloud backup, secure Wi-Fi, business phones, and more. With CMIT's help, your technology will stay up and running. For more information, go to cmitobx.com.
And we want to say thanks to all of you who have made SamWalkerOBXNews.com your go-to source for all things news and information. And remind you that, hey, we've got annual memberships available. You've asked for it. Now it's here. You can now pay for your founder status on an annual basis at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. It's a great way to show your support for me, and in return, you get a 10% discount on the monthly fee. It's just $129.50. You're supporting journalism as unique as the Outer Banks. You're reducing transaction fees. Thank you. Help me create quality content faster and guarantee your access for the next 12 months. Now, for existing members, just go to the Managed Memberships on Patreon and look for SamWalkerOBXNews.com. For new members, just go to SamWalkerOBXNews.com and click the Join button. But hurry, the 10% discount as a founder with annual status is only available for a limited time at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. All right, let's see. We got a lot. The old tried and true trope of we got a lot to get to. All right.
And your daughter has texted me about our trip to Disney in October.
In October.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sir Waylon. What can we do for you?
This is going to be a thing on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, they're not going to come in. We're good.
We're fine. We're all good.
Okay.
We're all good.
All right. We got to record a little bit more,
all right.
okay?
All right. Quick update on this whole trial up in Massachusetts. Just
It was a hung jury. It was a mistrial. I don't know that hung jury is not probably the right term.
mistrial.
It was a mistrial.
What was the trial again about?
Karen Reed was accused of running over her boyfriend and leaving him in the snow, and so he died either from a head injury or frostbite or freezing to death or whatever.
Okay.
And really there's no evidence of that. I mean, everyone can say, I mean, when you listen to it and watch the trial, the FBI and the DOJ have a 3,000 page report that basically says there's no way that is what happened after looking at the autopsy and the scene and everything. So anyway, long story short, they went to 5 days of deliberation and could not come to a agreement. There's so many different rumors out there. There's absolutely no one has really come out and said, well, there was only one person or there were two people. Everyone supposedly has a source. So I haven't been able to get to a good source that I trust that says it was one person. But anyway, the July 22nd, they go back into court. I think it makes it harder from what I'm understanding. It makes it harder for both sides because you can't introduce new evidence. It has to be, when this happens, it can only be what was already. You're just
gonna pick a new jury and then
a new jury. The judge is supposedly supposed to be the same.
Yeah.
But this judge also has had 2 mistrials in a year, and I guess I didn't know that. That's bad for a judge. That's like not a good thing for judges. So there's rumor that she was already talking about retiring. So I don't know. I don't know how that's all going to play out, but I still am a firm believer that Karen Reed did not do it, and there's a cover up. So anyway, I'll keep y'all going.
All right,
keep y'all posted.
Okay, all right. So we're using these as transitions between topics. How's that sound? Okay, so just bear with me. I put a lot of work into those things. I'm going to play them. Let's see. Taylor Swift last week was in Dublin.
Yes, she was.
And our friend Jenny Faison.
Did she go?
No.
Oh, I was saying I didn't see. I did.
Okay. We could have.
She has offered that we can stay there anytime.
We should have taken advantage of that and gone. And then Travis goes to a wedding on Saturday in L.A. and then shows up on Sunday and surprises
Taylor
her.
had no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
You know?
And evidently, there's a lot of now. Julia Roberts was talking to him, and now
Yeah, Julia Roberts and the chest clawing that was going on in that one video was kind of
was
weird.
It was weird, but it wasn't anything like, I guess Cher and somebody else are like, oh, she needs to stay away from her Taylor's man. And Julia Roberts was just talking, like, it was so silly. People make such a big deal out of nothing.
Yeah.
You know how they have like those lip readers from football teams and stuff? You know what I mean? They have
John Boy is the guy. He has a whole huge YouTube channel, social media. Started out with covering the Yankees. Now he just does all the different sports. I mean, the guy blew up. He is huge. He's the one who does the lip reading, which are hilarious.
Well, this one isn't hilarious. So, this one, there's a lip reader who said, Julia Roberts said, if you don't marry that girl, you're crazy. You need to marry her. So that's what they're saying. That's what one of the, actually I've seen a couple people say that's what she was telling him. So it wasn't anything like.
No. But
everyone makes a big deal. I will say I just didn't think Julia Roberts looks good as a blonde.
No, it must be for a role.
Maybe she just didn't look good. But
Okay.
anyway, yes, he surprised her. And you can see the moment when she realizes he's there, when Taylor realizes, and she's singing and she grins. And I just get all giddy.
And then there's the backstage after the show.
And he is like, ladies, get you a man who shows you off like that, who supports you, who claps for you, gets the crowd to clap for you. And guys, get you a girl who does. I mean, that's how it should go. It should be that way.
Should be each other's biggest cheerleaders.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. What should we do next? He's back. What do we got?
What? There's a big lizard.
A big lizard? A big lizard.
How big? Waylon told me earlier that his daddy. Come here and tell me this about your daddy. And well, you could do it on Peepaws too.
Yeah, you can do it on mine. Yeah.
Tell me about. Tell everybody who's listening. You said your daddy got a snake, and how big is the snake?
Really huge.
Really huge. You said he was all the way. How big?
All the way to Jesus.
All the way to Jesus. That's how big the snake is.
How big was the snake? How big?
Wait, let me see.
Like that? Okay. That's a big snake.
Yes. All right.
It's a very big snake.
Go watch Jack and the Big Lizard.
We don't like that. We don't like snakes. Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes?
Yeah, right. He's so funny because his little mind, the concept, he when it's so big or anything,
right.
Everything is to Jesus because he can't fathom, like that's so far away. So he just cracks me up with it. It's just sweet.
Yeah.
So anyway.
All right. You know what? Let's thank some corporate champions. Okay. How's that sound?
My turn?
It'll be your turn next. My turn right now.
Oh.
We're going to thank, of course, CoinJock Catering Company. Whether, if you're looking to elevate your next event from ordinary to extraordinary, well, look no further than CoinJock Catering Company. Whether it's a corporate luncheon, a wedding reception, a family reunion, holiday party, or any special occasion, CoinJock Catering Company will come to you with their on-site or drop-off catering, and you can hold your special event at their waterfront venue in CoinJock. Plus, there's the CoinJock Catering food trucks ready to serve their one-of-a-kind creations like the Redneck Egg Roll, Brisket Nachos, Bang Bang Shrimp, all our favorites here in the fam. And they do it from their mobile kitchen when they pop up throughout the area. And at Moore's Farm Market in Barco, open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 11 to 5:30 now. Of course, it's the holiday. I know there's supposed to be fireworks on Thursday, July 4th, out at Moore's Farm.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know if he's doing them there or Chet's doing them at his house. I think Chet's, I don't know. He posted something on social. I know this show drops Thursday evening, so by the time a lot of you listen to this, it'll already be over with. But anyway, check out CoinJock Catering Company food truck on Facebook to keep up when they're going to show up, wherever they show up. And, of course, the special hours and the specials they offer, too. To all the book CoinJock Catering Company for your next event or employment opportunities, call Louie and David at 704-502-8070. Like their Facebook page, find out their daily special locations and more information. We're talking about the events that they're going to want to do. If you want to book them, then now's the time to book, especially the fall, because the fall's going to fill up, the winter's going to fill up real quick with Coin Jock Catering.
Yeah, that bang bang shrimp. I have been craving that.
Knock that bang bang shrimp out. Yes.
love it.
All right. Let's see. Hey, you got the
Harlow Photography.
Yes. There we go.
Thank you to Harlow Photography. Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to capture those precious family moments or celebrate the achievements of the class of 2025. That sounds weird.
It does, doesn't it?
With stunning senior photos. Update your family album or mark this milestone with a session that reflects your unique story. But hurry, limited slots are still available. Don't miss out on preserving those unforgettable memories. Book your session now before it's too late. Contact Harlow Photography today at sharlowphotography.com, like Stephanie Harlow Photos on Facebook. And y'all, really, her senior photos are just so good, and really, you do need to get on those now. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So because the yearbook, like, I was procrastinating on them, and I didn't realize, like, the yearbook needs it almost like at the beginning of the school year, obviously, to get it off and get it in. So senior photos, folks.
Yeah.
Stephanie Harlow.
And those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, you can see some of our examples there of what I can't remember her name, but it's the one we pulled back in June of like from each school she attended and graduated from.
Yeah.
That's what's up on the screen. So yeah, that's all Stephanie's great work there. I know she's been slamming with the beach photography too right now.
She's done some great. It's just everything she does is great, and she was so kind and makes. I mean, I know when she did Caroline felt at ease, and it was great.
Yep.
So anyway,
all right,
do it.
Okay, do it, and let's do this right now.
Nothing beats a day at the beach, but the power of the ocean deserves everyone's respect. So if you plan on going for a swim when the surf is rough,
Why risk it? When in doubt, just stay out.
but if you do decide to take a dip,
Warning flags are flying for a reason. Listen to the lifeguards. Stay out.
hey ladies, if you're an experienced swimmer and think you can safely handle the surf,
Even the most experienced swimmers can get caught in a rip current and swept out to sea. Stay on the shoreline.
if the waves are rough, be sure to take a flotation device such as a raft or a bodyboard.
Rafting boards aren't designed to save your life. If the surf is rough, just play it safe and stay out.
Well, there you have it. Make sure your Outer Banks vacation is a memorable one for all the right reasons.
Know before you go by checking the daily OBX beach conditions forecasts. Watch for rip current warnings and listen to the lifeguards. When the red flags are flying, stay safe by staying on the beach and out of the water.
Live like a local and love the beach, respect the ocean.
All right, back here on the Sam
And
podcast, and I thought it was appropriate to play that today. As long a day as it's been, it got a little more longer, a little more difficult. I'm driving back from Kerala. Had run up to the Whalehead Club, shot a little video that I was going to put together for tomorrow, which we'll talk about fun thing in a little bit. But it turned serious because I'm checking my emails. I'd been in this forum, and I was using my phone, so I wasn't even looking at my phone, and got an email, Town of Nags Head, press release. And the word drowning is in it. And it's like, man, we just had the forum 6 days ago, though I was talking about that earlier with the Rip Current Safety Forum, the press conference. Talked about how we had seen a decline in the number of deaths, on our beaches since the Love the Beach, Respect the Ocean launched. And it's like, all right, pull into the Food Lion parking lot, get it all written up, start going through it. And it's like, right at the top, 18-year-old from Columbus, Ohio. And, me, brain shuts off, goes into publication mode, get it, do what I do, get the word out, get the news out to everybody, and then, I got a nice hour and 15 minute, which turned into probably an hour and a half drive home from Kerala on the day before July 4th, and it's like, okay, brain, trying to listen to Mike O'Meara Show podcast to get my mind off of it, didn't. So I texted you when I left Food Lion and said, hey, had to write a story in Food Lion parking lot, so running behind. You called me when I got to Grandy. And anyway,
Well, you said I sent you a text. I said,
Yeah.
"Are you all right?" And you said, "I sent you a text." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't see it." I was like, "What happened?" And you said, "Oh, there was a drowning of and your voice caught."
Yeah.
And your voice doesn't usually catch. And
No.
you said of an 18-year-old from Columbus, Ohio. And I said, "Oh, okay. I'll see you when you get home." And we've talked about this before. Your grief and my grief are two totally
Yeah.
different ways.
Right.
Like Sam knew we may talk about it, so like before the show, he brought me brought some tissues,
Yeah, I got some too.
and but when your voice catches, I know that it's on your mind.
Yeah.
And then it goes to my mind.
Right.
And so in the 30 minutes before you got home, I had to get a shower and hadn't showered today, been cleaning and stuff, and I was like, just thinking, and I was like, I don't know these people. Yes, they're from Columbus, Ohio, just down the road from where I grew up. I have that in common with them. And now I took a shower crying for a mother who I'm now connected to. I mean, I know that sounds very weird to people, and I get that that's weird, and I hope I'm never connected to you in that way.
Yeah.
But you hear of a mother or a father. I'm putting it from my perspective.
Yeah, totally your perspective.
But you're connected.
Right.
You're connected. I mean, everything else in the world falls away. Difference of color, difference of race, difference of religion, difference of politics. Everything falls away when you just are like, wow, another mother's hurting, another father's hurting. And then you, of course, go back to your event, our event.
Yeah, you
mine
do.
goes to that.
Yeah, I mean, and having talked to you and then knowing, hey, I'm going to drive by there where it happened.
I didn't even think about that.
Every day.
Yeah, there are some days I just can't. I have to take
Idlet
way.
Road. I know. I mean, yesterday I stopped by Dennis's shop, Digger's Dungeon, which is right there at where it happened, or just north of there. But I stopped by there and talk about that. That's when the fun stuff is going to come in the show, folks, because I've got something pretty cool sitting here. But I think about it from the fact that yesterday, 8 years ago, was our final trip. Yeah, I mean the picture right there that we have, that sits right there. Is that to say it's the exact same picture? Yeah, I'm gonna throw it up on the screen because that same picture, that picture there, which is the picture that sits right here, that was 8 years ago yesterday at Shades of Green, our last trip as a full family to Walt Disney World. So, that was yesterday, 8 years ago. So it's like, damn, all that stuff comes together, and I don't talk. I haven't had a chance to talk about it, I guess.
You have had chances.
I've had chances. I just don't, because of the job I've had now for all these years and having to write, unfortunately, about tragedies on, some days it feels like it's a daily basis. And you've commented on it before that you don't know how I put it aside, and part of it's the job. It's what I do.
I don't mean it like that.
No, I know you don't, but I know you've said that how can you not? And
I don't really think it has. I mean, it might have something to do with your job a little bit. I think it's just how we are wired differently. I really do. I think you can compartmentalize better. I think you can tuck it away better. From the outside better.
Right.
Honestly, you and I don't ever really sit down, and I'm constantly pouring out my feelings about it, but you're not. You'll just say, I miss him too.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot more to that.
Yeah. I've since it happened, the one thing that's helped me get through, I say this a lot. I say it to a lot of people whenever I talk lacrosse. That's because that was the tie that he and I had the closest together, probably. So I always say he's out there with me, because he loved the game so much. Shared it with it was yesterday cleaning pool.
Now look,
I know. Cleaning pool yesterday, and it was family had magnets for their travel team they're from Northern Virginia. And so I asked, I said, hey, see lacrosse thing. And anyway, mentioned, James, Joe on for a little bit, the whole thing. I will brag about our kids when it comes to lacrosse in a heartbeat. And granted, it's the boys, because Caroline had a brief experience with it, brief career with it, and wasn't all that great doing it.
She got like most valuable player plaque,
she
or
did.
most improved player.
Most
She got
improved.
a plaque.
I didn't say she was bad. I said it wasn't something she liked it, but it wasn't her thing.
Sports isn't it?
Yeah. So, but I'm always going to brag about them. Talk about the officiating. Funny. It was just the mom there. She was going out to the beach. Everybody else was out on the beach. But anyway, I mentioned it. Husband is a lacrosse ref up in Northern Virginia. Has ref lacrosse, but is also like commissioner of their league there in Northern Virginia. So anyway, that's one of the things probably of all that's gone on. That's probably gotten me through. That's helped me get through this, or how things have gone over the last 5 years. Having that there for me to go do, and that's probably the closest I have to him. And I really think that's what's helped me deal with this, is having that and knowing it's there, and knowing, there's a brotherhood out there, whether they're officials, the players, the coaches, as much as they yell at us and all that stuff. There really is, because, lacrosse is a different sport. We talk about respect, respect the game, honor the game. The healing game. Remember, I got to do that down at First Flight for a young lady who passed away that played at First Flight, and that those things. So that's one of the things to get through. But yeah, it's there are days where it's harder than others. Always going to be. But like you said, it's an unfortunate fraternity sorority organization to be in, of parents who lost a child.
Mm-hmm. And no matter where you are, you hear of someone losing a child, and you instantly feel this connection with them, and you want,
I think that's why Kelsey's Hope has meant so much to us, and has become such a part of, yes, we push Kelsey's Hope so much on the socials, and, we've got the Roper Romp coming up for it, and you guys running for Princess. I'm running the Disney half now for it. We've done all these races for it, and but we've gained a relationship to Gail, Kelsey's mom, but we've made connections with so many different people who have gone through what we've gone through over the last 5 years. Even as simple as, I wish I could remember her name, who works up at the QP here in CoinJock. Her son was killed in West Virginia in a drug deal gone bad back less than a year ago. Mm-hmm. And every time I see her, she works the afternoons and evenings there. Always say hey to her, and something came off. I forgot what it was the other day, and that was tough. That was tough. But at the same time, I keep telling her, you know what? One, better place. Two, all of us who've gone through this are here for each other, and sometimes you want to share those things, and we can't share it with anybody else that's really our friends, our close friends. Let's think about it.
No,
we share it.
I'm gonna tell you what. I wouldn't be alive. I love you, but and you were there, but I wouldn't be where I am today without my core.
Right.
I will say my friends. No. My friends, I hope none of them ever have not lost a child, but they have been the most support that I could have done. Mm. I will say that for me. Right. I think for a guy, it's just different. You guys don't, and that's what Stephanie talked about. She's like, I think Sam needs to start an organization or something for fathers who've lost, grieving fathers, mm-hmm. And I'm sure there are organizations out there, but something to give you all, I don't know. It is different. We're parents who grieve, but then there's also the difference of,
right.
I can say it's just a bad day because I'm grieving. You never have once said I'm having a bad day because I miss Jonathan. In 5 years, you've never said that. No, and I'm very oh, it's a bad day.
Probably because I don't put it into, it's a bad day. There are moments. And then there's other thing. I mean, where it doesn't, probably because I wouldn't say I don't let it derail my whole day, or I guess that's what it is. I don't let it derail me, because I try to find something to think about positive out of it. I mean, I think about all the fun stuff. I think about that time we were coming down Earinghouse Street. I've talked about it before. Ooh, energy, the Energy Fair banner when he said that. I mean, those little things, because there's always those funny moments, cool moments, goofy moments that always come in my mind, and to put aside the negative. I always try to go there. Mm-hmm. I do consciously do that.
I do think at some point in time it does good though to discuss it. I just don't think you do. I mean, you seem to be going along in life fine. So I'm not trying to get psychotherapy on you or whatever, but I just do think that of our whole family, our immediate family, James, Caroline, you, me, I'm the only one who went and did therapy and dealt with it, and I do feel like everyone would benefit from it. I do. But I can't force anyone else to go. So
some of that is this show.
Some of what?
Some of that, the therapy, is this what we're doing.
Oh, I was like, what?
Because you mentioned the fact that we don't talk about it. Maybe it's because I feel more comfortable talking about it in front of the mic. Maybe that's what part of it. Because we talk about it in our business. How many of us shut off? Our brains go into a different mode when we have a microphone in front of us. Mm-hmm. And, that's part of where the podcast came out of was, hey, let's talk about our experiences. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about the things. Right. This has turned into a way for us to, I think, get closer. Honestly, I think it has.
Some might say too close. I'm totally joking.
But, I mean, think about it. How much, we sit here for an hour and do nothing but talk to each other.
Right. And then I go up to bed and watch TV.
Well, I'm down here trying to get it all processed to get it out to y'all. Because she misses out on all the real work of the show.
And I will just, because we'll talk about grief a million more times, I'm sure. But I will just say to anyone grieving, and I'm not intentionally taking out people who are grieving a loss of a parent or a friend, all that is a legit grief. So, but right now in this moment, I would say to couples who are grieving the loss of a child, that it is very stressful on your marriage and your relationship. Right. And you from our experience, or my side of our experience, you from the moment it happened went into, okay, this has to be done, this has to be done, this has to be done, and you went into, for lack of better terminology, work mode type stuff, and a lot of it got done because of you. I mean, if it were up to me, if it had been left up to me, we'd probably still be paying his freaking car insurance because I wouldn't have canceled. I mean, you did everything that had to be done, and you did it and did that. Where I just basically did shut down and just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. And what was frustrating is that grief, that anger, that hurt, that whatever, I started to turn and take it out on you because I saw you functioning. Mm-hmm. I mean, I took a leave of absence from work for 3 months. I just didn't function. Yeah. So, and then I would get angry at you because I'm like, well, are you not missing him? Are you not, whatever. So what I would say to couples is to yell at each other, scream at each other, get the anger out, discuss it, even if it's just, you don't necessarily, I don't think I will ever understand your way of grieving, and you may or may not understand mine, but I give you much more opportunity to understand it. But my hope is, and my suggestion is, to couples that are struggling or going through this, that you do talk to each other. You constantly talk to each other, even if it is anger, even if it is whatever. A lot of it's misplaced. Mm-hmm. But it's probably the most testing thing that we've ever been through. And I do think we've come through it for the better. I do think that we are stronger as a couple, better because of it. But when you told me and I heard your voice crack today, I just thought, oh gosh, because you'll spend I spent the first year. Well, a year ago today, we were all still together.
Yeah. Right.
A week ago we were together. 24
Yeah.
hours ago we were together.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
All right. Huh?
You wanted me to put a movie on? Do you want to go up in my bedroom and watch a movie? Yeah. It's
Okay.
late.
It's late. It is late. It is late.
All right, we'll be upstairs and give me just a few minutes, and
Yep.
we'll go upstairs. We'll watch Brave the Bear.
There we
Okay.
go. All right.
Can you what? You want to sit with me? Yeah, you can sit with
Yeah,
me.
you can come in here and sit. All right. There we go. All right. Well, we'll have some fun now. How about that? I thought we should talk about. And it was funny because I had thought about this all week because it is the 4th of July that we should probably do some 4th of July things. And you had tradition. I think you had the cooler of the 4th of July traditions than me, for sure.
For sure. So growing up, July 1st, you went to bed on June 30th, and it was normal Granville. And you woke up on July 1st, and it was the downtown was shut down. It was the rides were up, the food was lined up and down the street. And what is so cool, I assume it's still this way today, like every year the Kiwanis had their tent that they sold sausages and stuff. The high school band always did lemonades. It was like the traditions. There's a bandstand where they had different singing groups,
right.
different things all day long. And then, as Granville had a lot of little towns and stuff, or little shops and things. So that was the sidewalk sale every year.
Right.
So for those days, the sidewalk sale. And then on the 4th, it all ended. Well, a couple things. You knew you had the big parade on the 4th in the morning. Mm-hmm. And you knew when you graduated from high school, every 5 years, on the 4th of July, that was your class reunion.
Right.
You knew.
Yeah.
And you knew that there'd be you show up, there's going to be a float, there's going to be you just go with it. And then used to be the 4th of July night. Now, I don't know, that may have changed, but you went over to the golf course, and that's where the fireworks were. Uh-huh. And then you got up on the 5th of July, and the town was back to town. Yeah. I mean, the kids rode their bikes decorated. I mean, it is a big tradition. In my family, we always went in the afternoon to Miss Janet Jordan's house, and she always hosted a huge 4th of July thing. And she had a pretty blue house. I just remember always showing up thinking, oh, how she got our house blue for the 4th of July, like red, white, and blue. But Miss Janet was a sweetheart. But Ted is her son, and we would go there, and I don't know, it was just a lot of fun, a lot of tradition.
Yeah, I just pulled up a picture. I guess they got thunderstorms there today, so they had to shut things down. This runs the 3rd through the 6th this year, so it started today and runs through the weekend, which makes sense because. But I mean, here's a picture.
That's not the tradition.
Well, I know, but I mean, the way the weekend works, there's a, let me see if I can pull the lower third. Yeah, there's a picture from the parade last year. And anyway, it's, I've been once. I only got to go once to it.
We might get to go next year. I think I'm off. I work this year, but I think I'm off. Jenny made the comment that it's her weekend, so I'll probably be off. Maybe we'll go next year.
All right.
Well, you'll have pools. That's silly. We won't be going.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. But it was really cool to experience that. Ran into did we found somebody with somebody had a Howard's Pub shirt on the one year we're there, and someone had a Howard's Pub shirt on from Ocracoke that had visited. So anyway, we can never go anywhere without running into somebody from here or the Outer Banks, or at least having some experience to it. But that was a cool experience. Because, I mean, if you want talking about Norman Rockwell out of a postcard, downtown, Midwestern, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
It was it. I mean, it was. It was it.
You get out early to make sure you get a good spot on the side of the road, the side of the street for the parade. I mean, it is.
Manio seems to have probably the closest thing to that. Ducks got their cool parade, which actually goes up the streets that I clean pools on. So thankfully, I don't have to deal with that tomorrow since we don't have it's off day. Next year will be a challenge because the next 3 years will be a challenge because the parade route, they won't do it on Saturday or Sunday. They'll do it on Friday. They'll probably move it. They'll keep it on Friday.
You'll move your pool days.
Yeah, well, they won't have to do. They don't do it on Saturday or Sunday because check in, check out day. But they don't do the parade down Duck Road because that would be impossible. So they do it down Scarborough and then comes back. I can't remember the other street on the other side of Twitty. So that's how they do a parade. But Duck's probably the closest Duck parade, but Mania is probably the closest that we have that has a similar type of celebration. Although if you look at the Bellhaven schedule, they do like all week, and Ocracoke does too. And Ocracoke get their fireworks on Tuesday and stuff on the 3rd, and then they got the Sandcastle building. I guess they might be as close to what you had in Granville for that.
And then when the kids were little, we did our parade between our house and your mom and dad's house. With everyone decorated up their bicycles and wagons, and we had an ice cream social at our house afterwards.
Which is now going on in Currituck at the courthouse. Each year, very similar to what we did. We did Bell's Island, I think, had a bike parade.
They still have one.
They still have theirs. A lot of those go on around here. We have done July 4th at the Magic Kingdom.
That was awful.
If you were the opening to the show, that was Celebrate America, which is the same show they've run forever there and at Disneyland. I mean, we've been to all the busy days except New Year's Eve. And hot. But the fireworks are pretty amazing. You got to admit, the fireworks are amazing.
We've done the fireworks in D.C. and the fireworks in Williamsburg for 4th of July, haven't we?
We haven't done 4th of July. We've only done Grand Illumination and Christmas. We have not done 4th of July. But we have done We watched that from the south bank of the Potomac. Near the Pentagon. Did the whole you're out there all day. It was 100 degrees.
That's the year that I had gone shopping with like Hyla and Tracy Jones, and a bunch of us had gone shopping on the 3rd. I got home late.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had done the outlets in Williamsburg or something. Like we had a girls' day.
Right.
I got home at like midnight.
Yeah.
Spent the whole night getting the house ready for the ice cream social and decorating up wagons.
Oh, yeah, we did it the morning.
And then we had our parade, and then we got in the car, and we drove to D.C. and did that. Like, I didn't sleep for like 36 hours.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, but we've seen it. I love watching a Capitol 4th on TV, on PBS. Got it set on the DVR every year. We watch the Boston Pops and their thing that ends up on TV. I think of the 3, the Boston Pops is the coolest because of the music. Capitol 4th is cool because, the scenes. I wasn't really impressed with the Macy's. The fireworks they do for Macy's, I don't know. Watched it on TV. I've never been, but watched it on TV. Nothing beat. That's one thing about it. When you go to enough Disney fireworks shows, you're like, yeah, okay. Very tough. But I will, tomorrow night, when they shoot the fireworks from Corolla, I will play Celebrate America. Even though it's only 14 minutes long. And the Corolla show usually ends up about 21 minutes, so you run out. So I've got to figure out a different way to sync that up. I know how to sync that up, which is to add 1812 Overture and Stars and Stripes Forever, just like they close out Capitol 4th. So, yeah. All right. 4th of July traditions. Let's see. We got to thank some more of our corporate champions. Do you want me to run one thing and then you can grab the other thing, or will you just go ahead and do? Let's do Roper Romp. Let's do some Roper Romp. Okay. Because I got this cool graphic. Oh, I didn't load the cool graphic yet. I got to load the cool graphic I've done. So you can read while I'm loading the cool graphic.
Come and knock on our door at the first Roper Romp through downtown Elizabeth City on Saturday, August 10th from 2 to 5, benefiting the Kelsey's Hope Foundation. Enjoy the downtown breweries and local establishments as we dress up as Mrs. Roper or any character from Three's Company. Romp around Elizabeth City and enjoy your favorite beverages. No ticket needed. Find the QR codes that will be posted at the downtown sites to make your donation to Kelsey's Hope, providing hope to families that have children suffering from cancer by offering support for trips and gifts that might otherwise be unattainable. Dedicated to raising awareness and funds to support childhood cancer research and support the education of healthcare providers with an annual nursing scholarship. For more details, search the Kelsey's Hope Roper Romp event page on Facebook.
You got through the whole thing, and I still can't find it. I've got the QR code done. I've got all that stuff.
Go to Facebook. You sent
well,
me
I
an
know.
email.
I know, but to load it on the screen the way I want to load it, it's not there. So, all right, we'll have it next week. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's again thank another of our corporate sponsors here on the Sam
and
podcast.
Let's do
Ready
it.
to
Thanks.
dive into something new? Caribbean Pools and Spas, the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, is now hiring service professionals for the 2024 season and beyond. Caribbean Pools and Spas is looking for dedicated individuals who enjoy being outdoors and want to create unforgettable experiences for our customers. With outstanding pay, instant incentives, flexible weekly schedules, hands-on training, and full support from the great Caribbean Pools and Spas management team that'll back you up. Routes are available right now from Corolla to South Nags Head and everywhere in between. Call today, 252-480-2900. That's 252-480-2900. Or drop an email to alex@caribbeanobx.com. That's alex@caribbeanobx.com. Whether you're an experienced pro or just starting out, Caribbean is the best pool and spa service company to work for on the Outer Banks. I should know. I work for them too and love it. Join our team and make a splash with the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, Caribbean Pools and Spas. All right. And thank you to Miles Carpet Cleaning.
You want me to do it?
You
Or
do it, yeah.
All right. Summertime means fun time, means in and out of the house all the time, and your carpets, rugs, and upholstery are starting to show it. Call Miles Carpet Cleaning and get it all looking and smelling fresh like summer morning. Serving Currituck and the Outer Banks, the Miles Carpet Cleaning family has been cleaning things up on both sides of the water for the last 8 years. Their $99 special can't be beat. Get 3 rooms and a hallway clean to perfection, including an orange scent carpet deodorizer and Scotchgard for just $99 from Miles Carpet Cleaning. Call now, 252-207-6707. Find more great offers by following Miles Carpet Cleaning on Facebook. Robert Miles and his family will take care of you like you're one of the family. Forget the rest. Call the best. Miles Carpet Cleaning, 252-207-6707. That's 252-207-6707.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
All right, quick. Let's go run. It's the summer season winding down a little bit on the running schedule around here. So it's a whole bunch of races this past weekend with the Killer Dunes, the 2-mile run that took place today on Jockey's Ridge. And on Wednesday was the 4 for 4th in Avon. But there's other running events coming up around the Outer Banks, including the OBX Running Company's 5Ks and 1-milers. They got the Lighthouse every Wednesday, 8 a.m. through September 11th at the Whalehead Club in Corolla. And the beach runs that take place on Thursdays. Next one's July 11th at Jeanette's Pier at 8 o'clock. Then July 25th at the Epstein Beach Access in Nags Head. August 8th back at Jeanette's Pier. And August 22nd at Epstein. They also have the other races.
Village of Nags Head, Thursday, July 18th, August 15th, 8 a.m. behind the Outer Banks Mall. Kennekeet Shores in Avon, Fridays through August 9th at 8 a.m. Sun Realty in Avon.
In where? Avon.
I was getting confused with the 9. I didn't see the. I didn't
they
see
needed
it. Anyway, the 9 and the 8 was running together.
Barry Island Group, they've got events coming up. They will be posting about their fall events, and of course, that includes the Holiday Hustle. Those will be coming up. Check BarryIslandGroup.com. And Outer Banks sporting events with the Outer Banks Marathon and Half Marathon. Those are in November. They also have some other events that'll be coming up. And you can check out obse.org for the latest information. Just go to outerbanksmarathon.com, and you can find the links to the other races that are going on. All right, some of the stuff we got for you at samwalkerobxnews.com. The Lost Colony, running Monday through Saturday, every night except Sunday at 8:30 through August 24th at the Waterside Theater at Fort Raleigh National Historic Site on Roanoke Island.
2024 Mariners Wharf Film Festival, downtown Elizabeth City, each Tuesday in June and July.
There's also the weekly Avon Farmers Market. Those run every Tuesday through September the 10th.
The town of Kill Devil Hills First Flight Farmers Markets at Aviation Parkway every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. through August 13th.
The Corolla Wild Horse Fun every Wednesday this summer. They've got the Mustang Mornings at the farm, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Betsy Dowdy Equine Center, 102 Young Rider Lane in Grandy.
The Tri-Villages Market is back at Camp Hatteras Campground in Waves on Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. through September 25th.
Corolla Cork and Craft, that's every Wednesday at the Wellhead Club in the evenings through September 11th. Big crowd out there tonight for that. And a lot of cool vendors out there as well. And it's a great setting there at the Wellhead Club.
Acoustic Sunset Wind Down with live music and food trucks every Thursday through September 26th at Sanctuary Vineyards. Proceeds benefit a variety of nonprofit organizations.
Every Thursday through August 29th, Dowdy Park Farmers Market goes on in Nags Head.
Duck Methodist Women's July Jumble Sale at Duck Church on Friday, July 5th from 9 a.m. to noon. Rummage sale, crafts, and baked goods.
I will stop by. Okay. I will stop by and might even live video for you to see if there's any cool stuff there. I saw the sign tonight and I was like, all right, I got to hit that on Friday. So between pulls. First Friday, it is First Friday coming up on Friday the 5th. Both Downtown Manio and Downtown Elizabeth City have it. Check the Meet Me in Manio Facebook page and the Elizabeth City Downtown Incorporated's Facebook page for the full details.
The Theater of Dare presents their first ever summer show celebrating Christmas in July with every Christmas story ever told and then some. Wednesday nights, July 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st at 7:30 p.m. at the Theater of the Dare in Kitty Hawk.
Currituck Arts Festival, hosted by the Currituck County Arts Council, coming up at Sanctuary Vineyards in Jarvisburg on Saturday the 13th from 11 to 5 p.m. And it's going to feature local artists, wine tastings, live music, poetry readings, local authors, and food trucks.
College of the Albemarle's Performing Arts Center will host Yesterday, a tribute to the Beatles, on Saturday, July 13th at 7:30 p.m.
And finally, get ready to dance the night away at the Arts of the Albemarle's monthly series, the Fourth Friday Social Dance. Chuck Wills, every fourth Friday, has a night of social dancing brought to you in conjunction with the AOA's Madrin Studios. I think it's Madrin, actually. I got to get that right. So, all right, so that's it for all of that. And that's it for the Sam
and M
podcast. Didn't get to everything. And and the Waylon podcast too. We don't want to forget him too.
Waylon, can you say goodbye, everybody?
Goodbye.
Yep.
Can you say happy 4th of July?
Happy 4th of July.
There you go. Brought to you by Miles Carpet Cleaning, Harlow Photography, Caribbean Pools and Spas, Coincheck Catering Company, and CMIT Solutions of the Outer Banks. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell, and make sure you share. Even if you made it through this far, you've heard the whole show. Share it, share it, share it. Hit like. Find us on your favorite podcast app, YouTube, Facebook. 5 stars. Interact with us. Give us all your thoughts, topics for future episodes at samwalkerobxnews@gmail.com and DM us on the socials. See you next time on the Sam
and M
podcast. Bye.
Bye.